What's going on, everybody? This is Al from PlaybookGamer.com, and in the last video, we took on Eastern Kentucky. We pulled out the victory, 10-point win. We're now 5-6. The season is over with, and we're heading into the off-season. This is where it gets real fun. I have enough wins to give me enough points to do some damage, hopefully. Now, before we get into the off-season, I wanted to stop here and let you guys at least see this, just in case you see a contract extension or what have you. And National Championship game is number 3 USC versus number 1 Tennessee. Now, if you go to Sports Illustrated, we can look at some of the Heisman Trophy, all that good stuff. Somehow, USC got over the hump of Texas in the BCS rankings. BCS rankings, you don't see them here. But go Vols. Hopefully you can win it. Lord knows it's been too long since we even got sniffed a national championship. Kellen Clemens is your Heisman winner. 3,000 yards, 47 total touchdowns. That's what'll do it. See, 3,000 yards is nothing great. I mean, it's a great season, don't get me wrong. But it's the touchdowns that can really win you the awards. If you can focus on if you're a big award guy on the, especially on the player awards, shoot for touchdowns. The rest of the award winners, we can quickly look at these. Clemens on the Maxwell. Ohio Boise State had good for him. He had 8 sacks, 4 picks, 5 forced fumbles. Yeah, that's a great stat line for sure. Kellen Clemens, best QB. Reggie Bush got the Walker. He ended up with 22 total touchdowns. Sharon, the wide receiver out of Bowling Green, good for him. Robert Meacham almost got it. Tight end out of Hawaii, of all places. That's interesting. They must have put him in the slot and just gave him the ball a ton. They run the run and shoot. That's having a 1,000-yard receiving year for a tight end is quite impressive. Offensive line, Purdue, West Virginia on the center, Lombardi. Larry Burdine out of Oklahoma. Barrios with the linebacker. Thorpe. A kid out of Iowa, Wisconsin kid, got the kicker award. Best punter, Brent Colquitt. Just keeping the punting dynasty alive in Tennessee. That's one of the few things we're proud of, football-wise. Return, Texas A&M got edged out on that one. I didn't know just making sure. Coach, looks like Bob Stoops won Coach of the Year. I guess USC coach didn't get up there, and Tennessee coach was 11-1. But Bob Stoops got it. Either way, good for him. Now, All-Americans, we could check this. I don't think we'll be on here. I just care about more where we're at. Second team, I mean, none of our guys done enough to do anything here. Because if you go to like the independents, we may be all over this thing. Like quarterback, Eldridge got top quarterback in the independent league. Biggers. Let's see if we had anybody else. Dykes, outside linebacker. That's second team. Let's go first team. My bad. Odoms, halfback. There we go. GB St. Louis had a great season. A lot of Notre Dame players on there. Look at that. Their entire starting defense is on there. Of course, none of this really matters, but I just thought you would be interested in looking at it anyways. I could have looked at the freshman All-American. We could do that. Freshman, Rhett Bomar, Hawaii receiver, skimming through here. A couple of Iowa kids. Wow, 2 defensive tackles. That's cool. Must be nice. Bowl games, conference standings, none of that really matters, so let's go. We'll see them this game. Well, we can look at the stat line just really quick. Both teams are incredible. And it looks like Tennessee is your national champion. I need to take a picture of that because it may be a while before we ever get close to that ever again. That's awesome. Good for them. All right. That makes me feel good. New Tennessee. Oh, yeah. I got Tennessee as my profile team. That's why this is showing up. I want to advance to the offseason. Before we go there, I want to go to the coach options. Go to report card. And look at our report card. End of the season. We did not get any of the team goals. Winning season, bowl bid, didn't get either one, but biggest thing is our job security is looking really good. So we just got to keep doing better. And I wish it didn't show our program prestige, does it? We can't look at that anywhere. Yeah, we can. Hold on, let me. I wish it doesn't. I think it goes to the off season when the program prestige stars go up and down. Go final standings. Let's see what it says. It should still say 1 star, I would imagine. We're not a 4-star program. Let's give it a second here. 1 star. Okay, so 5 and 6, I don't know if we have a chance of moving up to a 2. We're going to advance to the offseason, though. And let's go to off-season schedule. Let's go school budgets. Now, let's look at our roster really quick. We have a total of 51 players, and we're losing 8. So that gets it down to 43, which means we got 27 spots to fill. We got 25 scholarships. My goal for this class is to get 25 guys. That's really hard to do. I always struggle with it. Normally I can get like 20, 21, but 25 is really hard. But that's the goal. And I just wanted you to see all of that. Thankfully, a lot of our big-time guys are coming back. Hopefully. Hopefully none of the juniors are going to leave early. We're going to go to off-season schedule. And because our discipline bar, I'm going to put that at... Let's do... I'm going to go down to 10 here. 60. Oh, man. I'm okay with that. Our bar's still at half, and I feel like we're going to need some points for that. 25, I just don't know if it's enough based just off the 5 wins. So let's just do that. I'm going to recruit local, so it's not going to cost me a whole lot to go after a lot of kids. So let's just go that. That's what my gut tells me. If that discipline bar was any lower, I would go down on that. But I want to get that down. The last thing we need is to get that bar up and get under sanctions, get suspended. Like we done with Yale, that was a nightmare. We got through it, but it was tough. Hopefully nobody will want to leave early. Good deal. Nobody's leaving early. I was afraid Jimmy St. Louis or Galashaw wanted to leave. But that looks like that's not the case. And we're not losing a whole lot. Biggers, that's going to be a loss for us. But I'm really hoping we can add some quality players in the backfield. That way we can run the ball a little bit better, get some bigger offensive linemen. And maybe we can find another decent receiver of some sort. But thankfully, nobody is leaving early. I wish we could have seen somebody transfer in, and it's possible. Let's just go ahead and click continue. I'm going to go to continue recruiting. I think after this is when you see somebody wanting to transfer in. You'll see that more often the worse you are as a program. Like a player from Kentucky or Louisville may want to come here, which would be amazing. You take all the transfers you can get when you're at this stage of your program. I'm curious to see how many recruiting points we're going to have. I didn't take any notes. There's no point. We need everything. I mean, I do not need to write down anything. Just get the best players we can. I have some strategies in mind for certain positions. I know what I want defensively. Offensively, I'm just trying to find the best that I can get. I always work around my personnel, not the other way around. My offense may look completely different next year. If I get a speedy quarterback, by all means, I feel like I need to run option next year. It just makes sense. You do what you got to do with limited talent, so you got to work around them and not the other way around. But we threw the ball quite a bit this year, which makes me think a bunch of quarterbacks and receivers will be interested. I really want some halfbacks interested. We need some better bodies at halfback. I'm not going to have a ton of points to play with to go after the number of guys I need. So there's certain positions I am not even going to scout, like offensive linemen and defensive tackles. I just need size at those spots. So that never changes. You know exactly how big these guys are going to get. Okay. Now I'm excited. Okay, we got a quarterback out of Nebraska. Let's look at this cat. He's a pocket passer. I mean, we're going to have him anyways, but let's just look at his rating. He's a 76 overall junior, redshirt junior. So he is pretty much a grad transfer. We're only going to have him for 1 year, but we got to take him. Throwing power, 88. Accuracy is an 84. So in a couple years, we may be able to get him in there, use him for 1 season to get him out. Too bad he's not a redshirt freshman or redshirt freshman or a sophomore. He's a redshirt junior. Either way, we need the bodies. So we're definitely going to accept that. Here's a running back out of Duke. Let's check him out. Junior, that's excellent. We get to redshirt him. And he's got 93 speed. He's a speedster. That's good. Yes, we will take him for sure. We're going to run a lot of outside stuff with that cat. Ronnie Drummer. That's awesome. So we're going to back out. We're going to accept that. And we have a wide receiver. Josh Morgan, 6'1", 209. He is a redshirt junior, so we're going to have him for 1 year. 89 speed. Can he catch? 82. I mean, it's better than anything we've had. He's a little bit better than Biggers, but he's just not as fast. And he's not very fast. He's not very tall. But he's going to be a great player for us. I mean, we can at least get him used for 1 year. So we're definitely going to take all three. See, this is the real cool part about starting with a bad team. You get little transfer guys like this. So that's good news across the board right there. Look at that. You can't ask for much better. You got a 3-headed monster on offense. So we're going to accept. See, that's cool. Deny or accept. Yeah, we're going to accept all three for sure. Okay, we are in the state of Kentucky. Let's think about this. Now, in NCAA 06 and all these other PS2 games, it doesn't know where you are at specifically in your state. Like Murray State, they are in the bottom left corner of the state. You would think I need to be going after, Missouri kids, Tennessee, maybe Arkansas, Illinois, Indiana. But it won't cost me nowhere. It won't as much. It'll cost me the same if I went after Ohio kids or Virginia or West Virginia. So that's just something to think about. Now, I don't really plan on going after Ohio. I want to kind of keep it realistic and see where I'm at. Like, I'm really in that far left corner. So I'm going to go after Tennessee's a priority for me. They produce enough kids that it's worth it. Illinois may be a priority for me as well, even though most of their better kids, realistically, would be up in the north, near Chicago. But Missouri, Arkansas, I really want to hit that area right there. And again, including Kentucky. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go to interested prospects. Now, no, one thing first. Let's go out, go to coach. I want to know what our program prestige is. How do I look that up? Stat book, that's team. Let's go team. Let's look that up. Let's go. That should have changed. I'm assuming we're still a 1-star. We are still a 1-star. Okay, let's do that one more time just to make sure. We are still a 1-star. I think that doesn't it show up a window if you go from 1 to a 2? Maybe it does. I don't remember. But I just had to confirm that. So we're going after 1 and 2-star kids. Like, okay, why is this 5-star wanting to come here? That makes no sense. Either way, we're not going after him. We're a 1-star school, so we're going after 1 and 2-star. So the way this is going to work, I'm curious. Let's just look across the board and see. Got some athletes. Let's just start at the athletes. These are a big deal for me. West Virginia, I could go after that kid. That's a border school or state. Michigan, I'm not going to bother. That's too far out. And there's Ohio. That's awesome. Jason Swain. He was a wide receiver in Tennessee. He's in this game, by the way. He runs his own radio show in Knoxville. Really cool dude. I may go after that cat. 6 points. I don't know if I want to waste. I got 175 points. I don't know if I should waste scouting points on athletes. I may not bother. I'm going to hold off on these. Let's just keep going for a minute. I'm going to need to take my time. So there's no quarterbacks interested. So now we got no choice. Let's go after. Let's do playing time or let's do location. Let's do location first. That's a border school in Ohio. I got no choice. They're a border school. I don't mind going after them. I'd rather prioritize like other states, but still. I still want to put a scholarship on those two. Because otherwise, we're going to be hurting our quarterback again next year. No quarterbacks or halfbacks wanting to come. Because you look here, I guess we have just enough. We got one. Williamsburg, Kentucky. Hey, I got my PhD from University of Cumberland. That's awesome. Justin Clark. I'm not even going to waste scouting points on him. Let's just see what he likes first. No point wasting scouting points. That's cool, though. That's awesome. That's really close to me. I'm about an hour and a half away from there. Tight end. Tackle. We got a one-star tackle. 6'6", 281. That's Illinois. I may go after him. Let's keep going, though. He's interested, so I may have no choice. Bunch of defensive ends. Now, let's see. Defense 4-star. Oh, we got 4 of them. One thing we need to look at. Let's go to returning players. Let's look at our outside linebackers and middle linebackers. I don't have any of them that are big enough. Like, this guy could maybe play defensive end, but he's so slow. So I just have no help whatsoever at the linebacker position. So let's go back to your instant prospects. Let's just go ahead and put a scholarship on this kid. I'm not going to scout him. No point. He's big enough. 6'6", 281. I'll take that. Geez. I don't like going after these guys, but I feel like we're fine at 4. So let's just leave it at that. Defensive tackles. Minnesota, Virginia, Tennessee, 6'3", 288. Let's just go after this kid. We need to build that pipeline, and we're going to do location. I'm going to do location out of the gate. Most of the 1- and 2-star schools like location and playing time, but I'm going to do location first. 6'4", 291 out of Tennessee. We'll definitely go after him. 6'1", 256. I may not waste my time on that one. That's just too small, and he's probably way too slow. So we're going to definitely go after this cat. And let me make sure I do it on location. Okay. We need a lot of help here. I almost feel like I need to do some scouting. I still got 164 points. I'm using my points really well so far. Got a lot of 1 and 2 stars, and we need all the help in the world at linebacker spots, both middle and outside. So Illinois, Missouri, Illinois, Washington, Illinois, Gary, Indiana, home of the Jackson 5. That's way up there, though. That's very high up there. Even though, like I said, this game doesn't, they don't know location within a state. Virginia, here's a kid out of Kentucky. Oh, yes, we'll take this kid at a heartbeat. We'll do location just for now. I'll race these points later. But my goal right now, this week, I want 25 scholarships on 25 guys if I can. Virginia, here's another Kentucky kid. I don't mind going after him if he's fast enough, but he's not fast. And he's not small enough to be, or not big enough to be defensive end. Let's go after it. Let's look at a couple more. Here's Illinois. Let's just look at this kid. I have to scout these guys. Yes, we'll take him. He's fast enough. All that looks really good. Illinois, another one. Let's scout him. 4, 5, 6, average and excellent. That's more than good enough for me. Let me put that on location again. North Carolina, I'm not going to do it. Illinois, this guy looks really slow. And he's small. Gary, Indiana, I'm not going to bother. So I feel like we've done a good job on the outside linebackers. Middle linebacker. We got a bunch of 2 and 1 stars. So let's look here. We got a kid out of Indiana. 4'6", 9, 6'5", 222. He may be a decent defensive end down the road, but let's just wait. Georgia, Florida, Alabama. Now, most schools, what they do, regardless of where they're at, they'll pick like Texas, California, Florida as like a pipeline school. And I probably need to do the same, but for now, I feel like I just need to keep it local because I just need as many bodies as possible. Because if I go after Florida kids or Texas, it's going to cost me an arm and a leg to get those guys. And I just don't want to do that. So here's a guy with a great mullet out of Tennessee. 4'8", though. That's really slow. Dang it. I want to go after that guy, but I can't. He's just too slow. He's not even... He's big enough for a defensive end. Robert Hall. I'm going to go ahead and put a scholarship on him, only for the fact that we're building a pipeline. Kid out of Virginia, North Carolina. Here's a kid out of Kentucky. 4'7", 6'4", 222. Gosh, I need speed here, but we'll go ahead and do it. I still got 11 scholarships. I should be good for now. Here's another kid out of Kentucky. We got to scatter just to see. Really slow. 6'1", 248. He may be able to play. Because that's my weakest position as middle linebacker. Here's another kid out of Louisville. Here we go. That's what we need right here. Louisville kid, 4'6", yes. All that in a bag of chips. And that is it. I'm going to leave that is for now. We went after 3 outside linebackers, 3 middle linebackers. I'm good there. So corner, I want to go after this kid, but just can't do it. So let's go down to the 2 stars. Here, I need height more than anything else. Yes, I want speed, but I need height. So height and local. Perfect example. Keenan Greco, 6'4". I'm going to go after him. I'm not even going to bother scouting him. We're going to do location. 6'4". Yes. I don't want to scout him. I want to put a scholarship on him. Get these 2 guys, and I'll be cooking with grease. I want height at the corner. Ohio. I may go after this kid. Let's wait. New York, Florida, Tennessee. I'm not going to wait. Rhode Island, Montana. Here's an Illinois kid, 6'1". Maine, Nebraska, Colorado, Texas, Illinois, 5'9". Another kid out of Kentucky. Let's just go ahead and put one on him. I got 7 scholarships left. Connecticut. Okay, let's leave it at that for now. I went after 3 of them. Free safety. We need help here. New Hampshire, New Jersey, Ohio. Here's a Tennessee kid, 6'2". I feel like I need to put some... 4'6", that's not the fastest, but for our situation, I don't mind it. Kid out of Kentucky. Well, we got to scout him. Look at his... he's about the same. Another Williamsburg kid. I almost feel compelled to go after him. We got 5 left. So that's good for the 2 1-stars. Let's take a chance on this Ohio kid. Let's just go ahead and try it. I may have to take a scholarship off of one of them because I'm already down to 4 scholarships. No strong safeties, no kickers, no punters. Well, that was easy. So, I got a lot of points to spend. So, the question is, do you put your points on scouting other players? I really don't want to do that, to be honest. I want to wait. I'd rather put all these points on the guys I've already put points on. I got 4 scholarships left. I'd rather put them on some other guys. Like, let's just keep going. Let's go back around one more time. And then, of course, the second week we always do our up or down arrows on the non-top 5 guys and see which one got upset. Wide receiver, tackle. No offensive linemen want to come here. That's terrible. Good thing is, our offense, we got some linemen coming back, so that's not too terrible. But still. Defensive tackle. I hate to waste a... I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Virginia. 6, he's too small. We've done a lot of stuff there. I think what I'll end up doing is... I think I'm going to go back and just put all of our extra points on those other kids that we already got scholarships on. I don't need a 25 on them right now. Like, I don't see 4 other guys I want to put points on. I think there was a corner I may... Here's a 2-star kid, 4'3", 6 feet. We need the bodies at corner, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's just go here. Florida, Ohio, again. I might as well make that a pipeline if needed. He's tall. Let's just go ahead and do it. We got 2 scholarships left. did I miss anybody? Because you look here, we only got 2 corners. We need help at wide receiver, but there's just none out there to be had. We're going to be so low at wide receiver, they're going to throw walk-ons in our direction unless we're not careful. That's going to be bad for us. We really need some extra receivers. I don't know what to do about that. They're going to give us a bunch of walk-ons. So I may have to move somebody over because you got to have a minimum of 5. So what I may do for that purpose, I'm going to do some manipulating here. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back. We're going to go to coach options. And, I can't change it. That's so smart why they done that. I didn't think about that. If I would have went to a balance, that would have been one less wide receiver I would need. So I'm going to have to take that off. I'm going to have to just go to balance on that one. Dang it. Dang it. That's okay. We can work around it. We always find a way. So let's just go back to our current targets. And let's put some points on some kids. Let's go here. Let's just add extra points to everybody. I think what I need to do is do this. Let's just do this. We may luck out and some of them may commit out of the gate. And let's do 8 for him. We're going to do 8 across the board until I run out of points. And I'm about to run out of points really quick. So let's just go here. We'll do 4 for the rest of them. It's down to 12. I didn't even scout that guy, which is fine. Let's keep that at 4. 4. 4. And 4. And I got 2 more points to fill up. I got 1 more point to fill up somewhere. And that's it. All right, we've maximized our points as best we could. Simulate the week. Do you want to recruit the remaining point? No, we do not. All right. So that's a very good week. If we could get commitments out of this, that would be even better. So what worries me is the wide receiver thing. I just didn't think about that. So that's a good teaching, good learning point right there. I didn't think that I was going to be so low on wide receiver. I just didn't pay enough attention. So that means if I would have went back to balance, I'd been 1 less wide receiver I'd have to go after. We have to get that 1 wide receiver. So it looks like they're going to guarantee us 2 walk-ons unless we move somebody over. I don't know what's going to happen there. Dang it, that's going to suck. So we're going to be a lot of bigger sets. We're not going to have good enough receivers to do anything here unless we get those 2 athletes and we have no choice but to move them to receiver. That stinks, though. Not 1 receiver was in. That's the other thing. We threw the ball all over the field. I was figuring that I was going to bring in some wide receivers, and it didn't. And we were low. We need bodies there, and they're still not interested. So unless I'm missing something, I don't know. We're going to have to just do some heavy scouting. We're going to have to go through a lot of the bottom ranks and find any wide receivers that really want to come here but didn't have us in our top 5. So this is going to be interesting to see how I play this out. Cross your fingers. Hopefully we'll get some commitments here. Normally the first week it's hard to get commitments. Yeah, that's sort of expected. So let's go back to current targets and let's just go through all these. He went up. Location. Good. That's good. Commit next time. Let me go back first. Let me put these on a 1 for now. I'll put more points on them later. This kid didn't like location. We're going to do playing time for him. We're going to do playing time. Location. That's good. Again, we'll boost those points a little bit later. Just whatever remaining I have. That's what I'll put them on. But now you see why I went location first. A lot of these guys like location. The lower level guys do at least. We're going to do playing time. Location. That's good. Gives me some... Why did I do program prestige? I wasn't paying attention. Dang it, that's okay. Location. And I've done the same thing here. I'm not paying attention. I wasted a pitch. So the good news is location was a good choice. Look at all that. And a corner went to Kent State, which is fine. So we're going to get him off our list if I can. So we only lost one. So we should have, what, 3 scholarships left. So all that went really well, except we just need to get them to commit next week. So let's go back to... A lot of 3-stars went... Oh, they were already on the list, I'm sure. Michigan. I may have to go after this kid. I swear. He's not a pipeline, but I may have no choice. He's a 4.63. I'm not going to bother. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to all prospects. And we're going to go through every single one of these and find anybody that was interested in us. We're going to scout them. Or we can put scholarships on them if we can. We don't have many to give. So let's keep going. Any up or down is good. That's a kid out of Michigan. Here's a kid out of Washington. I can't go after that guy. That'd take me... I mean, there's no hard rule against it, but 4.22. Let's just wait. Let's just keep going. Texas, that's better. I want to keep it somewhat local. Like, he would have went after him. Here's another one. Mississippi, that's better. I'll take all of these guys I can get, though. I don't mind putting one on him. Athletes, get as many as you can. I almost feel like I have no choice but go after those other 2 guys. Quarterback, let's just look here. You never know. And then after this, we're going to go straight to wide receiver. Now, we need help at halfback, but none of them are interested. We got other guys from other positions that want to come here. I still want some help at quarterback if I can. So what I'm going to do is I think I may go back to those athletes and just scout them. Just in case I may need them for later. Because it's looking like I may need some of those guys to move over. It's not going to hurt to go after. Look at all these. Take your time with it. No quarterbacks interested whatsoever, which I thought was interesting. So this is my bad. I should have done this earlier. So forgive me for going through all this. But we're going to go back to those 2 stars that were upset. Let's see. The first one was that kid from Washington, if I'm not mistaken. That's the kid from Michigan. Like this kid right here. Oh, this is Texas. Where's the Washington kid? That's him right there. Let's go ahead and just scout him. Okay. Now, halfback. Please, somebody, anybody, be interested. We'll go back down to the 2 stars. I wish this would go back quicker. You can either press them individually, but it's just about the same speed. It's just holding down the button. Here we go. All right, 2 stars. Anybody local that got upset? Like, none of them are interested. None of them are interested. Looks like Odoms and Lane are coming back, which is fine. I mean, they done fine for us, so it looks like we got no choice. What stinks is we can't do any in-season recruiting next year because we're still a 1-star program. So we got to keep playing better somehow. That's going to be interesting. Not going to be able to recruit any of those guys. And if we could just somehow get to the 2-star level, we'll be cooking with grease. Nothing. Okay. Fullback, might as well. The problem is we're labeled as a spread team. I need to go back and put it as a balance. I try not to forget that. Later on. No, I'm not going to bother with the fullback. I'm not going to do it. It's hard to find a legit fullback that'd be good at anything anyway, so there's no point. Cross your fingers here. We need some bodies. Something, anything. Please, somebody be interested. Upset. Anything. High, low. It's not looking good. Come on, at least one of them. There we go. No, that's the one we're going after. Got excited there. Look at how long this list is. There's a ton of receivers in this game. Anybody would be helpful. Anybody. I'll have to. There we go. We got one. Kid out of Arizona. We got no choice. Or this kid right here. Tennessee. Yes. 5'11", 165. That is hilarious. I'm not going to lie. I'm not even going to scout him. There's no point. We need him. Let's go location. We got to put a scholarship on him. Have no choice. We need bodies here. 5'11", 165. That's hilarious. Little fella. He's tall. I mean, 5'11"-ish, you know, but 165. He's thin. He needs to be playing basketball. And he's too short to play basketball. Tight end. Let's just keep looking here. Might as well. Just go through every single one because you need all the help you can get at this point in your program. A lot of 2-star and below tight ends. We're not even halfway through the list and we're still in the 2 stars. I have no choice but to do this. We'll go on to tackles next. Go to tackles. Any big guys we can find, I'm all for it. Too bad you can't sort this by just go down to 2 and 1. The later games in PS3, PS4, they would sort all this, which was nice and handy. At the time, EA didn't think about putting something in like this, which is fine. You just got to do it the hard way. I'd like to find just some random 380-pound guy. Like, here's a good example. Kid out of Kentucky. 6'7", 312. Perfect. I got one scholarship left. We're going to go ahead and just put it on him. Let's keep going. Then we'll scout the rest. So let's at least show them that we care. Here's another. Okay, we already got one on him. I'm guessing there won't be as many guards as tackles. We'll go to guard. A lot of 4-star guards this class. And whatever points we don't have, we're going to put it on the guys that get commitments. We need commitments, so I got to prioritize the guys I already got scholarships on. I've scouted everybody that I wanted to scout and looked at everybody I wanted to look at. So I think it's in my best decision just to put our extra points in the guys that we know that they like one of our pitches. Any guard help would be great because we are very small at guard. Looks like no guards are interested. But it doesn't hurt to check. This is the long part of the recruiting process for me, especially at this point of the program, is week 2. It's always long just because I got to go through every one of these just in case. Yeah, there's not going to be as many centers here. Next is going to be defensive ends. 6'4", 289 out of London, Kentucky. That's right up the road. That's awesome. We're going to scout him. I need to write his name down. Daryl Leak. Center. Let's just go ahead and do that. Center, Daryl Leak. Derelict. You have you Zoolander fans out there. Let's see. Go there. Okay. Let's keep going. All right, defensive ends. Like, you look at our defense, we got 4 of them, and they're all juniors and seniors. I feel like I need to go. I'm going to wait because we got a bunch of interested guys. I'd rather scout them maybe instead. We may just end up doing that. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's just go to our defensive ends. Like, look at all these 2-star guys. Yeah, I know. Let's go back here. Let's just scout. There's Ohio kid, Ohio. That's it. Those are the only ones that are interested. Let's look at this Ohio kid. 482 and this Ohio kid. 488. All of them are slow or just not good enough. The rest of these are states that are just too far off. Missouri, I'm not seeing any Missouri kids. I haven't paid enough attention. I don't see any Arkansas kids. I'm seeing a lot of Tennessee, Ohio, Virginia, North Carolina. Let's go back to all prospects. Let's go to defensive tackle. Go down to the 2 stars and keep doing the same thing. And we'll scout the rest. Just to show them some love. And then we'll use our remaining points on our guys that we know what they're interested in. Like, okay, we already went through all of those guys earlier, so I don't need to waste my time there. Here's a kid. Alabama 6'4", 286. I don't think I'll turn them into a pipeline. Let's just keep going. I mean, I can scout him. Let's just go ahead and scout him. It's not going to hurt. I got a ton of points to play with, if I'm not mistaken. We can check that. Let's just go back up to him. There we go. See, I got 87 points to kill. See, that took 6 points just to scout him. But you got to at least show some attention to get their attention. And he may sneak us in his top 5. Here's another kid. Kansas. No, I'm not going to bother. That's too far off. Already got that one under wraps. Already looked at him. And that may be it for the defensive tackles. Outside linebackers is a priority for us, both outside and inside. I should expect some guys doing some things here. Like, here's a kid, Valparaiso, Indiana, 6'4", 227. Let's at least scout him. 478, Alabama. I'm not going to. Kid out of Virginia. I'm not going to. That's technically, I could make that a pipeline, but that's so far away. I'm on the other side of the state. We've already looked at all of them. Looked at those. Here's one right here. North Carolina. I'm just not going to. That's on the other side. Already looked at those. Here's a kid out of Arizona. He's a JUCO. I'm not going to bother. Here's a 1-star out of Ohio. 478. Now we're getting into these guys that are just Virginia. I'm not going to do it. Already looked at him. Here are a couple of guys. Alabama, Maryland. I'm not going to bother. It's just going to cost me more than it's worth. And we looked at those. We looked at him. Here's a 1-star out of Canada. That's going to cost way too much. Middle linebacker. I swear, the weeks 3, 4, 5 will go by much quicker than this. We need help here probably more than anywhere else outside of wide receiver. Corner, we need help, but we got enough interested guys that I'm not too worried about it. Kid out of Pennsylvania, that's too far off. We already looked at those guys. Here's Michigan, Tennessee. 6'7", 240. 437. Gee, look at this kid. 6'7", 240, 443. Middle linebacker. Wow, that's awesome. Please let me get this kid. Let's write his name down. Oh my gosh, I want this kid more than any other. Marquis, I'm going to call him Marquet. Is it Marquis or Marquet? I'm going to call him Marquis. Marquis Fuller. That guy's going to be a legend. Oh, please come to Murray State. Jeez, that looks so cool. That's why you go through all this, to find guys like that. Now, here's a kid out of Missouri. I don't mind scouting him. 448. Yeah, let's put his name down. Mike Smith. I'm much closer to Missouri than most states. We'll go Mike Smith. Because we may have to go back and find him. It'd be great if it puts us in his top 5, and if it doesn't happen, then we may not bother. The ones you go after are the ones where they will put you in their top 5. Let's see. Please let me get that one kid. Kid out of Illinois, we can take a look at him. 478. But I actually don't mind that. He could be a good defensive end. Joe Gilbert. He will definitely be a defensive end for me. We'll go here. Put that there. Okay. And we got the the worst middle linebacker in the country, apparently. Isaac Greenwood. 4'7", 6'4", 223. I'm not going to be too worried about that. Corner, we're already going after 4 guys. Let's just keep looking, though. It's not going to hurt. We're about to run out of points. I'd like to use some of them on guys that are ready to commit. But I got to give these guys some attention. Anything would be great. Like, here's a 2-star kid. You got to be good, though. Ohio, 6 foot. I'm not going to bother. Alabama, 5'11". No. PA, no. New York, no. There's a ton of these. This may take me forever. 5'11". No, we've already looked at those guys. We've already looked at those. Here's a couple. 6 foot. 6 foot. And both of them are out of the way. Here's 6 foot. I'm not going to bother. North Carolina. I'm not going to bother. We got one stuck in the middle right here. Kansas, 6'1". I don't want to turn that to a pipeline state. Kansas, Texas. You better be really tall or really fast in order for me to go after you here. 5'9", 5'11". Wrong states. We got a couple here. Minnesota, 5'10". All right, we're almost done with these. Let's look at the free safeties, and we'll look at strong safeties and kickers and punters. The kickers and punters won't take long at all. There's just not many in here. Let's keep going here. Here's a guy, 6'2", Arkansas. I don't mind scouting him. Yeah, I would take this guy in a heartbeat. 4'5", 6'2". Let's write his name down. Free safety, Jerry Green. Not the same Jerry Green as coached at Tennessee. Was a very average coach. Had a ton of talent. Didn't know what to do with him. Let's keep going. Here's a couple more guys. 6'1", 6 foot, New Jersey, Idaho. You better be really tall, really fast. We've already looked at all those. All right, strong safety. Let's see if we find anybody here. Here's a 2-star kid, Ohio. So the other guy was a free safety. Not strong. I thought I was looking at strong safety. That's my bad. All right, no big deal. I still wouldn't mind having that kid out of Arkansas. PA 6'3", 200. Not bad. That's a strong safety there. That's a good size. New Jersey. That's another good size guy, but that's too far off. And that may be it for the strong safeties. Okay, kickers. Again, this won't take long at all. Come on, anybody. Anybody. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And we'll look at punters. I think we got, 42 points left? Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go back to our current targets. Anybody that was interested or they liked our pitch, we're going to go at least up to, like, I'd love to go here. And we're going to find, like, here's another one just to do 8. I'm going to run out of points for some of these because there were several guys that were interested. We're good there. These are new guys. New guys. We'll do 8. We'll do 4. Looks like I've got no. We'll do 4 there. Let me make sure we're doing good there. Good there. 2 points there. And I think I may have maxed out. I don't think I could probably do anything better. And 2 right there. And I think I want to go back. Let's do that. There we go. And I think that's it. We got 1 point. So, all right, good deal. That's about as good as a week as you could ask for. Week 1 and 2 was great. Now we need commitments. That's what matters most. So weeks 3, 4, and 5 will go by much quicker. And thankfully, I know a lot of this stuff is pretty boring, all the simulation. Thankfully, I'm going to put the highlight reel, or I'll do the chapters. That way you're going to see the beginning of every commitment week for that particular week. So you're not going to miss anything. You can fly through this video real quick if you use the chapters. So make sure you do that. Because even I wouldn't want to sit through this, but I don't want to edit none of this. It's not worth it to me. I'd rather do the whole video than for those who just want to breeze through it, by all means, use the chapters. Cross your fingers. We really want to get a bunch of commitments here, like 7 or 8 of them. Knock them out so we can move on to other players. Thankfully, we got a bunch of guys that liked our pitch. Hopefully, some of them will actually sign on the dotted line. Two of them. We'll take it. Corner out of Tennessee and a corner out of Tennessee. That's great. We're going to build that pipeline. So our corners look good. Probably both of them will start if I had to guess. So we're going to go back to current targets. So now we got to pay attention here. This corner went down. He's at Ohio. I'm going to take one off of him. I don't think we'll need him, and we're still going after 2 other guys. He liked our location, though. And he's a 4-3-1. Let's just continue that. Athlete Jason Swain. He likes our playing time. Good deal. We'll put 4 points on him for now. Now we're at a point. Now, what does this kid like? Texas Tech, Tennessee, North Carolina, Wisconsin. It's all over the place. We need him more than anybody else. At least we're up on his list. The problem is, North Carolina's not a high. Let's do coaching style. Let's do 4 points. We're going to do 4 points for this kid for now. The kid out of Illinois, I don't think he's going to go anywhere. All his numbers are low. So what I may do, I may just take him off of that. I don't know. Are we going up? We're going up, but none of his bars are really high. I think I may... We're going after a bunch of outside linebackers, so I'm just going to remove the scholarship from this kid. Like, this is where you got a chance of getting a kid. Like, he's about ready to commit. Let's just do that for now. Location. That worked out great for this kid. Robbie Botts. That's an awesome name. Rock right here. I don't know if this guy will ever go anywhere. Dan Anderson. He likes our location at least. Athletes. Go 4 points here. Free safety out of Ohio. Kent State, Eastern Michigan, Ohio State, Purdue. Let's... Coaching style. The prestiges aren't going to work for us. This kid is ready to commit. He needs to go ahead and do it. Same with this kid. Same with this kid. Same with this kid. Murray State. Mississippi State, Georgia, Akron, Auburn. You just don't know what he's really interested in. What happened there? Got a back out? Is it this guy right here, or do we go after him? Yeah, this is him. We're going to do... No, maybe it wasn't him. Forgive me if I goofed up on this. Yeah, I already went through all these, didn't I? Crowell. Maybe it's this kid right here. Let's just do coaching style. Yes, I want to recruit that player. Corner. Love to get this kid. Love to get this kid. Come on. So who is a defensive tackle? He is going to Memphis. We're going to get rid of him and a free safety. We're going to get rid of him. So what does that mean? We're going after 2 free safeties, so I'm okay with that. We're going to leave that as is. Defensive tackle. We got plenty of bodies there, so just going after that one is fine with me. So that means we have 3 scholarships to give. So what we're going to do, go to Interested Prospects, and we're going to find out if any of these guys like this. So here are these 3 stars. I don't know. No, he was already on there. Okay, like here's Williams, David. Yes, this was it, and Nate Johnson. These were the 2 guys we moved up on their list pretty quickly. I don't mind putting scholarships on them. Like neither one's got good awareness. I don't know what any of these guys are going to do. Maybe one of them can throw the ball. I don't know. But they're okay. Let's just wait. We're going to wait on those. Quarterback, halfback. That's terrible. Man, we need some bodies at receiver. Let's see. We got a center we got to look at. There he is. Daryl Leak. He looks like he really wants to go to Louisville. We could put a scholarship on him, though. Do we got a chance? I don't know if we do. I don't think we do. Center, we're fine. We got a junior and a senior. I'm just going to wait. I don't think we got a chance. I need those scholarships on somebody else. So we got 3 middle linebackers here. So Marquis Fuller, where are you? There you are, son. Yeah. Come on. Get this kid. We go location. We're going to put some points on him for now. Let me do this. There we go. Next up is Mike Smith. Did he make our top 5? I thought, yeah, Mike Smith. I don't see him anywhere. Looks like it wasn't enough to persuade him, so we're not going to bother with that. I'm just going to mark him out. Next up is the Gilbert kid, a defensive end. If I'm not mistaken. No, he's a middle linebacker. I'm sorry. He's a middle linebacker. Is he on here? There he is, right there. Joe Gilbert, we want this kid big time. We're going to do location. Gives us another body down low. Then free safety is Jerry Green. There he is right there. We moved up. We may have a chance. I like everything I see out of that. So I want to put some points on him. We'll figure out what he likes. So we got no scholarships left. That worked out perfectly. So we're going to go back to our current targets. And let's put some points on some kids. We got a lot of points to give. Let's do 16. Let's do 8. We're going to do 8. We're fine there. We're going to do 8. Then I'll go back up to the very top if I got any points left over. Location. Here. Location. Gosh, if we could get all these kids to commit, that'd be great. We're going to put the extra points on the guys we really need. The wide receivers and athletes. That's what I'm thinking. Because we need bodies there in the worst way. We're going to go 8 points here. Okay, so now let's go up to the very top and find our wide receivers and athletes. Like the Swain kid. Let's do with this wide receiver. We need to find out what he likes. I don't know. That's the problem. Let's just leave it as is because we need to find out what he likes first. So let's just prioritize athletes or wide receivers that we know that they like something. Like this kid right here. We're going to do 16 points on Anderson. Quentin Murrow, we've maxed out for him. Let me make sure I've done that correctly. Yep, we did. Here's another athlete. We've maxed out there. So we're going to go back to the very top. As you can tell, the game, they order these by their overall ranking. So now we just got to max out our points here. Like this kid right here, we don't know what he likes, but let's just go ahead and do 8 points on him. I'm down to 10 points. We don't know what this kid likes. He's a free safety, so I'm not worried about that yet. Middle linebacker, we actually need some help there. Let's see if we can max out our guys that we know we have a chance with at least. Like this kid right here, we're not going to get him probably, but we're taking a chance at least. He really wants to go to Louisville. Free safety. We've maxed out there. We maxed out there. I think we're about maxed out everywhere. We still got 10 points. Don't know about him. We're good there. So let's just go back up to the 2 stars and use 10 points on some of these if we can. Maybe I need to go back and scout or something. I may have to put points on like this free save. Let's do 4 on him. Let's do 8 on this guy. We need help at middle linebacker. Interesting, I didn't have any points on this guy. Why didn't I have any points on this guy? That was weird. We'll do coaching style. All right, no points. All right, fingers crossed. Let's get another big... I'll get 8, 9 guys to commit. We need to do something. I feel like I've done as best as I possibly could in terms of being efficient with my points, going after the guys that we want to go after. Now it's just up to them to commit. We got 2 weeks left, or we got 3 more commitment lists left. We need to get a big batch here. I'll tell you what, I've been playing this game for so long. I do not remember hardly ever getting a class of 25. It's just hard for whatever reason. I don't know why. And I'm going after a bunch of 1-star kids here. Now, I guess you could probably do that if you were a 5-star program going after 1 and 2 stars. You could probably rack them up fairly easy, but still. It's so hard in this game. Thankfully, that's not a big deal because if you think about it, the most kids you can have on your roster is 70. Divide that by 4, that's around 17. So your average class only needs to be about 17. Give or take. It doesn't have to be 25 every year. That's one of the problems with the CPU in these games is they always over-recruit. They always bring in more kids than they need. But there's nothing you can do about that. It is what it is. Okay, fingers crossed. Let's get a bunch of players. I want a bunch. Anything. We locked up our corner situation. I want to get those 2 wide receivers, athletes, anybody that wants to come to our school. We got the one wide receiver. He's really small. Anderson and Marcus Allen, outside linebacker. Kentucky and Tennessee. We're going to build a pipeline in Tennessee for sure. So let's keep going. Location, we're going to do 8 for now until I figure out. Jason Swain, he's not coming here, is he? It's a negative. I'm going to take my points off of him. It's not going to work. I'm going to just withdraw the offer. Abdullah, we're going to just do 8 points for now. Don't know what Williamsburg, this wide receiver. Academics, I don't know what he wants. Coach Prestige, let's try that, I guess. Location. Coach Prestige. Our Coach Prestige isn't good enough, so I don't know why we're bothering. Location. Please, I wish some of these kids would commit. Just be done with it. Like this kid right here, I don't think he's going to commit anywhere. I may be wasting my time on him. Oh, let's just keep going, though. I got a scholarship to give here in a minute. Got to put on somebody. Coach Prestige at this point, I guess. Corner. Middle linebacker. Now here's what worries me is Fuller went to Tennessee. Dang it! Come on, balls. Of course they go after him. Look at him. He's a monster. Dang it. I wanted that kid so badly. I worked so hard to go after and try to find that kid. And it wouldn't work. Dang it. Here's his tackle bots. I kind of expected that. Middle linebacker, and there's that Gilbert kid. Well, you try to go after some of those. So Fuller's gone. Lee, looks like Green or Leak. Is Leak on there? We got a lot of scholarships to give, so we got to go back to interested prospects. And I feel like we got to go after some of them. I don't know what else to do at this point. Didn't we already go after this kid? Let's go around the room here. Let's just see. We're doing that. Leak went to Louisville. Dang it. At least you tried. You know, you got to see if you have a chance on some of these. Defensive ends, I'm not really worried about that. Virginia. Kentucky kid, 6'1", he's just too small. Outside linebacker, we got one committed. That's good. We need some middle linebackers committed. We got 3 on the board. Corner, we already got, I don't need any more of those. We're already going after 3 free safeties. So let's put those 4 scholarships on some athletes. I feel like we got no choice. We've already done Swain. He didn't like our playing time. So let's just go after this kid right here. We're going to do location. David Williams, we're going to do location. He's all the way across the country, but we got to do something. And Nate Johnson, we're going to do location. And I don't think there was anywhere else we could put somebody. I want to use that scholarship on somebody. I may have to do a defensive end. Ohio 488. That's just not good enough. 482. Just not good enough. Outside linebacker. Let's go back middle linebacker. Georgia, Indiana. Ernest Potts. Why didn't I go after this kid? He's too slow. We may have no choice. So those are all of our scholarships. Let's go back to our current targets. Ernest Potts is like our top dude out of all that. Interesting. I'm going to do 8 for that one. We're about to run out of points. Outside linebacker. Let's just wait. Let me look and see what's more important for us right now. Free safety. I'm just going to wait. Athlete. Let's go put it on him. That's more important. He just may turn into be a good receiver, quarterback, anything. And we're down to 8 points. So now I guess it doesn't matter, does it? Let's keep going. Free safety. Do we got a chance on that kid? I don't think he's going to commit anywhere. I may be wasting my time on this kid. I'll wait after. We'll wait till the next week. Like this kid, surely he's going to commit. Let's go back to the very top. We got, 8 points to spend? I may put it on that kid. We're going to do 8 points for him. And that's down to 2 points. I don't think I could spend that anywhere else. All right. Last week, man, we need some more bodies. I don't know what else to do. I feel like I've done all I can. They're not committing quick enough. We need like 8 guys to commit right here. So I like the restrictions I put on myself. The recruiting restrictions, that it makes it just more difficult and still kind of realistic in a way. Like, we're not at a point where we need to be going after a bunch of 3-star kids. It just don't make a lot of sense yet. Even though we went 5 and 6 in our first year. I'm disappointed there was no quarterbacks or receivers interested. Yeah, we threw the ball over the lot. That kind of tells me that may not matter. I always thought about what you done on the field kind of led to that. I don't know. I think that's really weird. How hardly any receivers wanted to come here. And I had all the space in the world for them. Either way. Gosh, I wanted that Fuller kid. He went to Tennessee. Maybe he'll transfer out in a couple years. Won't come back or something. I don't know. Man, I thought I found the true diamond in the rough, and it didn't happen. He was going to start and dominate. He would have played every single snap. Now he'll sit on the bench at Tennessee for at least 2 years. Thank you. Jerry Green. If you remember, he is the one guy we went down deeps in the dark portals of the recruiting world to find him. And there he is, out of Arkansas. Middle linebacker, Ernest Ponce. That was a kid that we put on very late, and we didn't even know what his favorite pitch was, and he still committed. Defensive tackle, that's good. We got a body there. Middle linebacker, good. One of those guys will probably end up starting. Free safety, tackle, please be a receiver. Dang it. Corner. We got another corner. Well, we got an offensive lineman. A lot of defensive guys, though. Well, we need it. Our defense was terrible all year. I mean, well, within reason. Let's go to current targets. I don't know what else to do at this point. Like, okay, we got plenty of corners. We're not going to get this kid, so let's just withdraw the offer. He's not coming here. This kid should commit. No reason for him not to. Let's do 8 points here for now. This kid, he ain't coming here, is he? It's just, dang, I don't know what to do about that. Let's just do, I'll change that here in a minute, but I just got to keep him on the list just for now. This athlete is not going anywhere. He's not committing to anybody. All the numbers are too low. David Williams, I think we got a chance here. If this is high enough, it's worth going after. I think he may not commit. This kid, are we good? I mean, we got already 2 committed. He's not very... Let's just withdraw the offer from that kid. Dang it. Did I mess up on that one? I'm going to withdraw the offer. This kid should commit. And who took me off the list? Athlete Nate Johnson out of Texas decided to go Tulane. And free safety, we don't need him. So we got 2 free safeties. We're good there. Wide receiver, I just don't know what to do about it. We're going to be hurting there. We may have to move a corner over. We're going to play a lot of big sets. We're going to do a lot of 2 wide at the most. Or put double tights and stuff. I'll figure out a way. I can work around my personnel as best I can. I'm going to try. So, all these corners that are interested. That's hilarious. Like this kid, he's not going to commit anywhere. Everything's just too low. This guy's going to West Virginia, and he didn't like our playing time pitch, which means he's not going to like anything we throw at him. I feel like this kid right here, I don't know what else to do. But the max out on program prestige. Because we got some scholarships. We got 5 left to give. I want bodies, so we might as well just go after 488, Victor Singletary. I'm not going to recruit him. He's not what we need. I'd rather put points on other guys. Defensive tackle. We already got 1. We're already up to 6. We got 1 outside linebacker, 2 middle linebackers. I'd like to get another outside linebacker. We're already going after another one. Illinois. Indiana, here's the McGinty. 4.78 though. If you're going to be that slow, at least have some size to you. I don't want to put a scholarship on a kid that just doesn't fit what we're trying to do. Like, he's going to Western Kentucky, and he's really slow. We've done good enough at middle linebacker. Corner, we already got up to 5. I'm just not going to waste it. We're doing good at free safety, strong safety. That's kind of it. I got anybody else to put my scholarships on. And I got 5 scholarships to give. Let's just take a chance on some of these kids. And I don't know. We're going to do program prestige on that kid. We're going to do this other one. Might as well. I feel like that's the best thing to do. We're going to do playing time. We may look at, we may get one of the two. So let's go back to current targets. I think we can't do anything else in terms of points. I think we've maxed out everything. I just need bodies at this point, and anybody that's willing to commit, please do so. Like this kid, he needs to commit. All right. There's nothing else I can do. Nothing else I can do. So, fingers crossed. Let's see if we can do something here. Get another like 8 commitments would be great. Or however many we had that last round. After this, we'll look at the class. Then we'll go to training results. We got to move a bunch of guys around if we can. That may be kind of tough. We don't have any linebackers that are coming back that I can move down the defensive end. I would love to, but I just don't see any. I want to go back and move that thing to... Maybe I could do... I want to see if I can move that offensive style back to balance after recruiting. I don't think it's going to let me. That's just my bad. I just wasn't thinking. That's going to. The problem is it's going to force walk-ons on my program that I don't need, that you can't get rid of. That's the problem with the walk-ons. You can't get rid of them. Otherwise, I'd drop them hard. Fingers crossed. Let's get about another 8 more guys. Anybody. There were several guys that had a positive pitch. For whatever reason, they're just not willing to commit yet. Let's see. This should wrap up any second now. There we go. Awesome! Yes, he committed! It took me 5 weeks to go after the guy, and he finally committed. Out of Williamsburg, no less. And we got that wide receiver, so we actually just took a chance. Let's just say, hey, let's just put points on him and see what happens. Here's outside linebacker committed, Illinois. I think that was like a late bloomer type situation as well. And this middle linebacker, we've been trying to get him to commit for a long time too. Awesome. So how many did we end up getting? Let's go to view signings. We got 1 athlete, Chris Griffin. I don't know what he can do. We don't know if 4.63 is his true 40. We didn't scout him, but we needed to get him anyways. Alpena, Michigan. We'll put him somewhere. Probably receiver, if I had to guess. Quarterback, no. Wide receiver, this was big for us. Getting this kid right here was big. He's a 99th ranked receiver. He's a 2-star. And getting this little kid, 5'11", 165, Dan Anderson, out of Selmer, Tennessee. Tight end, we got 1 tackle. Not the biggest guy, 6'6", 281. That's doable. No guard, no center, no defensive end, which didn't hurt my feelings. We got 1 defensive tackle out of Tennessee. Tim Royal out of Bolivar. Outside linebacker, I felt like we've done a good job here. Andrew Abdullah out of Illinois. And Taylorville, Kentucky, Marcus Allen. Both of them they'll stay at outside linebacker forever. They're not big enough to play defensive end. We picked up 3 middle linebackers. Ernest Potts, really big pickup right here, I believe. Marcus Walker, another Taylor Mill kid. That's a pretty decent high school right there. They've probably done some damage. Then you got Corey Hardy out of Louisville, Kentucky. One of these may go down the defensive end at one point. They can't do it this year. You can't put true freshmen. You can't move them around. They freak out on you. You got to wait a year. Corners, we needed a lot of bodies here, and thankfully we picked up a bunch of tall kids, especially these two out of Tennessee. And we got another local kid out of Edgewood, Kentucky, Danny Pierre. 2 free safeties, kid out of Arkansas. I'm actually glad we got him. But maybe we could build a little pipeline there. I know they don't produce a lot of talent, but it's not going to hurt. No kicker, no punter. So how many was that? Let's see. 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, 13, 15. We got 15 kids. We'll take it. I wanted more, but that's the best I could do. I feel like I maxed out my points as best as I could. It just didn't work out. So one thing I really need to pay attention to going forward is really look at the status bars of those kids. If all the bars for all 5 of those teams are low forever and ever, that kind of tells me that kid may just never commit. There's a lot of kids that just don't qualify or don't commit anywhere. Look at all these other... A lot of people go up in the 20s in terms of the amount of players they get. Our class is probably dead last. No, we're 15th. 14th. How did Eastern Kentucky and Western Kentucky do? I don't see them on here. Kentucky was 105th. That's terrible. Wow, that's bad. So, where's Eastern Kentucky and Western Kentucky? Are they not on here? Did they not get the recruit players? That's weird. Oh, wow, look at that. Eastern Kentucky got 2 4-stars. Wow, well, good for them. That means they'll be relevant the more we play them. Good for them. 2 4-star wide receivers. Now, where's Western Kentucky? Did I already pass them up? Surely not. Look at that. Middle linebacker, corner, 4-star kids. They don't care. They got no restrictions. Oh, that's good. That's going to make things interesting for us. I'm glad I'm seeing that. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's finalize recruiting. We're going to go to position changes. This is where it gets interesting. Here's the transfer, Bo Davis. Of course, we're going to leave him as is. There's Nixon, Eldridge, and Sawyer. My bad. I guess that's Sawyer. Ren Sawyer. We're not going to get rid of anybody, obviously. There's no point. We're not going to move any of those guys around. Halfback, we're just going to leave him as is. Really excited about this kid. If we can somehow survive this next season and get him playing along with Davis, along with Morgan, we're going to be really cooking with grease here in season 3. So we got our 5 guys. I forgot about this kid. So they should not give us any walk-ons. Oh, they will. It's spread. They're going to give us 1. Spread, you got to have a minimum of 6. I wonder, speaking of that, can I go back to coach options? Ah, yeah, there we go. Now we can change it. We're going to go back to balance. Oh, I'm so glad I've done that. We're going to go back to balance, and now we should be good. We got 2 fullbacks. We're good there. Good deal. That's awesome. So we're good at receiver. They're not going to give us any walk-ons. So let's go with quarterback. Who was our first guy? Let's see. Justin Clark, 68 overall. I'm happy with that. He's going to start for us. He's going to be our number 1 receiver. So we're really low at receiver. So they're not going to be a priority for us this year. That's actually a bit of a fresh air. For some reason, I always feel like I have an impact wide receiver wherever I go. Not this year. But we got this guy. We're going to turn him into an All-American as best we can. Tackle, we got the 1 freshman. Where's he at? He may start 56 overall, though. What do you do? I'm guessing Bush will probably start over him due to training. He will go above him, I would guess. We didn't get any guards. Now, one thing we do need to do, let's see, left tackle, right tackle. I'm going to move this guy to left. we're going to put... Yes, we're going to just leave that as is. Do that, okay? Guard, these are going to be my 2 starters and their backups. Center, we didn't get any defensive ends. We're still really bad here. I would love to move somebody down to defensive end. I don't think that's going to be possible, though. Look at this true freshman. 62 overall, but still, he's going to be our top guy. I'm not going to get rid of any guys because we need bodies. Okay. 72 overall. That's awesome. Andrew Abdullah, probably our best player so far, I think, overall, freshman-wise. Starting left outside linebacker, I'm okay with that. And our right outside, Marcus Allen's going to be our right outside linebacker. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. So the other 2, let's just do that, I guess. I don't think it's going to matter. Middle linebacker. Oh, look at this. Ernest Pod, 76 overall. We hit the jackpot on that kid. That's awesome. For a 2-star kid, 76 overall, that's great. Marcus Walker is 68. At his speed, I'll probably move him at defensive end next season. 70 is just too slow. So I may actually... He's going to play some this year. Get him some boost, but he'll go to defensive end his freshman year. This kid's speed, he may go to defense. He's kind of short. I don't know where else to move these guys, but I like what I'm seeing here. At least we got some bodies now, especially these 2 guys. That's great. Corner. This should be interesting. Mark Freeman and Keenan Greco. That's awesome. All 3 of these 2 guys, they're going to be playing a lot of nickel. That's great to see a lot of that. That's awesome. Here's the other freshman. Free safety. We already got Nick Turner. That's good, which means we can redshirt these 2 guys. I'm going to redshirt both Green and Cobbs. Green, 82 speed. I mean, he's going to be another Turner, the way it's looking. We didn't get any free safeties. Can I move somebody? He's just a junior, so I don't have to move anybody. I may move one of these to free safety, maybe, or strong safety. Nah, I don't think I will. We still got a senior kicker and a junior punter. All right, athlete. I don't know where this guy... He can't play quarterback, unfortunately. 65 at halfback. He can't play wide receiver. He can't play defensive end. He can play corner, 65. Free safety, he just can't do much of anything, can he? 65 at corner or free safety. But we're fine at both for the foreseeable future if you go back and look. At corner, these 2 guys are going to be our main starters. So that athlete will never see the field unless he plays nickel. So we're like fine here for now. I just don't think we need to put him there. I could do fine with not a lot of corners. I can play... Normally, I don't like to play dime. I like to go nickel at the most. So... And we're good here. Free safety. We got this key. I mean, he may... I hate to... 48 to 52. I'm just looking around here. But these free safeties, they're special, these guys. They just can't do much. This guy can play corner, 62. But he's a true freshman. So, it's possible he may play a little halfback. Maybe. We need the bodies there. Junior and a senior. 82 and 82, 80, 93. I don't know where this guy can play. I might have to put him at halfback. He's going to be a big halfback, 6'3", 203. Can he carry the ball? Carry's just a 68. I don't know where to put him. 50. I'm not putting him at receiver. He can't, because he can't catch, can he? I'm sure he can't. Yeah, he can't play. Can't play receiver. I just don't want to put him at corners. I mean, he's not fast enough to play corner. He's just 84 speed. Like, you got to have some speed to play. At least some speed to play corner. I think he may be a bruiser up the middle type of runner for us. And I think I have better chance of doing something with him on offense. Let's just put him at halfback. And we can redshirt him. And he may do fine. You never know. His carry is not all that great, but it's just as good as Drummer. I mean, look, Drummer has a bad carry. So, yeah, I think that's a good place to put him. We just need extra bodies at the skill position, so I'm good with that. Let's go training results. We're not going to cut anybody, so I think we're good going forward. We're going to look at some... We'll look at the training results. There's not going to be much to show. There was just nobody I could really move down, like the defensive end. All of my linebackers were just really small. Yeah, height and weight really matters in this game. So that's going to hurt us a little bit there. We got some guys go up a bunch. They're all really bad players. Sawyer went up to a 48 overall. Good for him. Drummer went up to a +2. Oh, that's cool. So he actually moves up. It's just any freshmen, they don't move up. But he already went up +2. Sanders, he's a 56 overall. He'll never see the field. That's good to see Hughes go up a little bit. 65 overall at center. Defensive tackles, both of them are terrible. Same with this guy, Weber. Like, I probably could have moved some of them at defensive end, but I just don't think it's going to work. Galashaw went up 1. That's good to see. And that's it, really. Yeah, not a whole lot to see there. We're going to look at cut. This is going to be a good way to look at our depth chart. Yes, you can see a depth chart here in a little bit, but I like looking at this view. So our starting quarterback next year is still going to be Eldridge. I thought just because he's got a little bit better speed than Nixon. He done enough next year where he needs to be our starter. We can't redshirt this guy. Bo Davis will be our starter next year, so we're going to throw the ball some in season 3. Drummer's going to be our starting running back 2 seasons from now. He's a transfer. At least we can redshirt him, but it's Odoms. And, wow, look at that. Lane didn't even go up, so look who's going to be maybe backing up here. Look at that. Chris Griffin may be our back. Looks like he's going to be our backup halfback, so that was a good decision. I'm glad I done that. That's cool to see. Fullback, we're going to use him a little bit more. I'm going to try to. He can't do anything. He can't catch. He can't carry. But that's okay. Again, Josh Morgan will be our starter in 2 seasons from now, but we got to set him out a year. Clark, this is going to be our weakness right here. It's just wide receiver. So we got to work around that. We're going to run the ball quite a bit and give it to our tight end and sneak in some stuff with this guy. Now, what I'm going to do with this guy, since he's so tall, I'm going to have him going on deep routes, go routes. Let him do a lot of jump ball scenario stuff. Now, it looks like they added a walk-on on our roster. I don't know where. We have an issue here. We need to pick up some tight ends in the offseason. But we know what's going to happen there. Let's see. I'm worried about left tackle. Looks like our true freshman is going to start just because of his size. I just now realized Bush, 6'1", 246. I'm sorry you can't start for me. I got to start the true freshman. We're okay at guard, 65 and 65. I'm fine with that, and we got a decent center. So our offensive line is not beyond terrible. I'm worried about this right here. I mean, we struggled last year, but we're going to have to deal with it again this year. A defensive end. Defensive tackle. We got a lot of bodies, but nothing great. They're going to have another true freshman start. Tim Royal. Outside, this is where we really improved at linebacker. Andrew Abdullah, Marcus Allen, and Ernest Potts. We're going to have 3 true freshmen on the linebacker. We're going to play a ton of 4-3. And we're going to play a lot of nickel because we got the corners to do it. I may end up even starting Greco over Freeman. No, I may have Greco be my number 2 guy, my number 3. He could come in and blitz because he's got a little bit more speed. That's awesome to see right there. I may actually put Galashaw in the nickel. I need to think about that. That may be a good idea. Something I'll have to think about. Free safety, one of our better players, Nick Turner. He may be an impact guy. Westbrook, we got a bad kicker and a bad punter. Terrible punter. All right, we don't need to cut anybody. So we're going to go to depth chart, and we're basically done. Hopefully you enjoyed all that. I'm pleased. I wish we'd have got more players. But I like what I'm seeing in terms of the offense is going to look a little different next year. I don't know if I could do the power shoot. I just don't have the receivers to do it. You need you need at least 2 good receivers to really make it work, and I just don't have that. But I got a couple halfbacks that are okay. They're just as bad as the receivers. I only got one good skill player, which means I may need to put Galashaw on offense a little bit more. I got to do something. And we don't have a quarterback that can make a difference either. So season 2, maybe just, if we could somehow get another 5-win season, that would be great. Because we're going to need those points, because season 3 is where things are really going to take off for us. Due to all those transfers, bring in another recruiting class, and then we'll go from there. We've really done well on the transfer market and at linebacker. That Ernest Potts, that was a huge pickup. I really wanted that Fuller kid that went to Tennessee, but I'll gladly take this kid. 76 overall, true freshman for a 2-star. That's not bad. We'll fool around the depth chart here. I'm still going to do some red shirting type stuff in a couple spots, but we'll go ahead and do the red shirt thing, and you kind of get an idea of who's going to start. So now I got to think about how I'm going to do things offensively. I have some ideas. We're going to get Galashaw involved. You got to. He's an impact guy at corner. There's no reason for him to get on the field, at least a little bit. I don't want him on the field all the time because he's got to play defense a lot. I'm here to tell you, our defense is going to play better than our offense, I think. Our best players we got in the recruiting class, majority of them look like they're on defense. But we're going to go back to more comfortable things that I like, 4-3 and nickel. We played a lot of dime last season. We just had no choice. So I'm glad we're going to play a lot of 4-3. Maybe I'll play a little 4-4 depending on what we go up against. I got enough middle linebackers to kind of make it work. But offense is going to be very interesting. I got a tight end. So it's like, how do you get that guy involved? We're going to give him the ball as best we can. He's going to touch the ball a ton. He's our lone. Unless we got to look at the impact players. We got to look at this here. I forgot about that. Let's see who our impact players are, and we'll work off that. My guess, we're going to have one impact player on offense, and that's going to be Jimmy St. Louis. And then on defense, it'll be Galashaw and probably my free safety, I'm guessing. Those are my top 2 defensive players outside of the true freshman Potts. But gosh, can't wait to get to season 3. That drummer kid, we're going to do a lot of outside stuff with the run with him. I didn't even look to see if he could catch the ball. Okay, let's go here. Eldridge is going to be our starter again. He earned it for last season. Odoms, Griffin, and Lane. Sorry, Lane, you done great for us last year, but I have to play Griffin over you. We'll still do some halfback sub package stuff or use the formation subs to get them involved. But it's good to see Griffin. He's number 21 here. Okay, we're now going to see our numbers. I just now thought about this. Chris Griffin is number 21. Fullback, we're still good here. Wide receiver, Justin Clark is number 87. Dan Anderson, the other 88, little 88. That's awesome to see. We got 2 true freshmen starting for us. Wow, that's going to be that's going to be interesting. He's not even fast. He can't catch either, but we needed the body. I like what I see there, though. Either way, 2 true freshmen, wide receiver, tight end. I'm not going to do what we done last time. Let's go get that other tight end. We're not going to do any double tight end. We just can't do it. I don't have any receiver here like Ronnie DeLume may be our Whitaker this year if you think about it. That may be what happens. I may put DeLume at our number 2 tight end like we've done with Whitaker. So he's a 59. I wonder, what's he look at like? DeLume's a 48. I mean, I can. I'll give that some thought. I may just do that. Let's just do that. So DeLume may be our number 2 tight end, so we may be able to do a little power shoot. But since we got DeLume at number 3, gosh, I need to put Coleman. I got to put Coleman as my number 3 guy. We're going to do some... I don't have any speed at wide receiver. Oh, this is going to be weird. I'm going to have to really do some hard thinking on what to do offensively. Anyway, let's keep going. We're going to put Crowell, true freshman, at left tackle, starter. We're going to do left guard. Where's the other one? Right here. Woods at left guard. Center there. Right guard. Right there. That's fine. Buckles is my starter. And who is this guy? Oh, yeah. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Either way, we need some depth at offensive line. All right, defensive end. I got to put the defensive ends in their rightful place. We just don't have any depth there. That's going to be tough. What I may end up having to do, in nickel, you can move your outside linebackers down the defensive end. In some spots, I may try to do some of that. We'll see how that goes. I'll try to keep that in mind. True freshman, yes. I should have moved that kid. I forgot about that. But he's so slow and bad. Never mind. He's a senior. It's not a big deal. Left outside linebacker. There we go. Middle linebacker. I like all that there. Right outside linebacker. Allen. Nope, wrong one. Brown. Let's just do that for now. Corner. I need to start. I don't know. You guys may give me an idea of what to do here. I almost, just because Galshaw's kind of short, but he's the fastest, I almost feel like I need to play him at nickel. I think he may do better there, but I like him pretty much shutting down one side of the field. So I may keep him as is, because I got some tall dudes right here. I'll come up with something. We're good with Turner. We're good here. Let me get that other strong safety. He's down here somewhere. Kicker. Let's do the punter. The punter's so bad. He's 48-48. Which one's got better kick power and accuracy? 82 and 82. We're going to put Coleman as our starting punter. And we're going to leave. I'll figure out the special teams later once we do red shirting and stuff. Oh, well, awesome. I hope you enjoyed all that. That was a lot of fun. I'm feeling really good about where we're heading. The offense is going to be interesting. I got to figure out what to do there. I think it's going to be the Jimmy St. Louis show. Just like our passing game is going to go through him in spades. We don't have any. If we had any halfbacks that could catch a little bit, that'd be great. But what's hurting is, oh man, it's going to be interesting. Offensively, if I can somehow if I can somehow squirt out a decent offense with this team, I'll be doing okay, because our defense, I think, is going to be so much better just because we got in new bodies, especially at linebacker, at corner. Very excited about our back seven. And if we could just somehow survive this season, get to season 3, get those transfers in, get them playing, and we're going to be really doing some good things. All right, come on back. My next video will probably be the preseason video, because I'm just excited what's going on here. So we'll see what happens there. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.